This meeting is being recorded.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Gunther Goldberg with Travel Connection, and we are very pleased to present this morning Destination Guatemala. We have this morning Lourdes Maldonado, the Marketing Director for INGUAT. Good morning, Lourdes. How are you today?
Good morning, everyone. Dear participants, receive a warm greetings from Guatemala, heart of the Mayan world. And on behalf of our General Director, Ana Yancy Rodriguez, it is a pleasure for us to share you Guatemala as touristic destination. It is also important to share to all of you that all the service providers are committed and currently implementing the best practices guides developed by Guatemala Tourism Board with procedures and practices according to prevention, COVID-19 and other infections. Our touristic offer is a mega diverse country, allows us to be one of the main natural destinations whose pre-Hispanic Mayan heritage stands out due to the rich culture of the archaeological sites and tradition with a mix of the past and the present. For us, it is so nice to have you in this meeting. So we're going to be here in Guatemala.
Thank you, Lourdes. There's some connection problem there. Can you hear me, Lourdes?
See? Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Okay, dear participants, receive a warm greeting from Guatemala, heart of the Mayan world, and on behalf of our General Director, Ana Yancy Rodriguez. It's a pleasure to share you that Guatemala as touristic destination. It's also important to share with you that various providers of tourism services are committed and currently implementing best practices guides in order to prevention COVID-19 and other infections. Thank you for participating in this activity. And here in Guatemala Tourism Board, we have a lot of activities with the travel agents and tour operators to know Guatemala here with a program of farm tours. And we will be in touch with Gunter to do some activities further. Thank you for participating today.
Thank you, Lourdes, for the introduction. And we now go with Karen Alvarez, the seminar coordinator for INGUAT. Good morning, Karen. Karen, how are you?
Good morning. Thank you, Gunther. For me, it's a pleasure to present Guatemala as a destination. So first, before talking a little bit about my country, I would like to show you a video.
Guatemala is one of the 7 countries that make up the Central American Isthmus, and it's located at the geographical center of the American continent. Guatemala is the country that has the most of the Mayan civilization. Actually, we are the one and only country who still has living Mayan culture, making us the true heart of the Mayan world. The original name is Guatemalan, meaning land of the trees, and with the official name of Republic of Guatemala. With a population of 16,514,591 and a territorial extension of 108,890 square kilometers. Guatemala has a political division of 22 departments, and the capital city is named Guatemala City. The currency use is named Quetzal, with an exchange rate of $1 to 7.60 quetzales. Spanish is the official language, but there are 21 more of Mayan origin. In major cities, you can find bilingual people that can assist you in the English language. The climate is an average 22 degrees Celsius or 70 degrees Fahrenheit, making it a place comfortable to be outside at any time of the year. And that is why it is called the land of eternal spring. You can find 7 perfectly structured regions: Guatemala, modern and colonial; It's well known that Guatemala City is one of the most modern and cosmopolitan cities of the region, but still preserves the historical heritage, blended perfectly with the modern lifestyle. A city in constant change, offering chic shopping centers, hospitals, and state-of-the-art aesthetic centers, as well as world-class venues for exhibitions, conferences, meetings, theme parks, and golf courses. Close to the city, you can discover La Antigua Guatemala, the third established capital by the Spanish. Founded in 1543 and named Ciudad de Santiago de los Caballeros de Guatemala in 1566. After the plagues, floodings, and earthquakes of 1773, it ended up destroying it. In order to create a new capital, the inhabitants gradually gave life again to the city that today is one of the biggest touristic attractions of Guatemala due to its colonial architecture. It is an urbanism and colonial architectural jewel that preserves its features as if time had stood still. It was declared by UNESCO a World Heritage Site in 1979 because of its immense cultural and historical value. It is located 45 minutes away from the capital of Guatemala and has a large quantity of historical buildings, churches, temples, museums, and public squares that attract thousands of tourists annually. During their stay, visitors are taken back to the past while walking on its cobblestone streets and admiring its colonial architecture. Petén, adventure in the Mayan world. Guatemala is the birthplace of one of the most important pre-Columbian Mesoamerican civilizations of history, the Mayan culture. Its economical, political, religious, and social development was transcendental, which still amazes both locals and foreigners. A great quantity of traces, perfectly restored archaeological areas, have been visited by thousands of people from different parts of the world who have been astounded by the testimony left by this culture. A civilization started more than 900 years before Christ, with people that were well known for their astronomy and mathematical knowledge and considered one of the biggest civilizations in the world, that left us with such amazing architectural structures and glyphs that are pieces of art to the world. The city of Tikal, located in Petén, is one of the most well-known sites with amazing temples that make you feel the experience of the Mayan culture. Tikal means place of voices, and with its 576 square kilometers, it is one of the largest cities ever created in the Mayan realm. Since 1979, the whole area has been declared World Cultural and Natural Heritage. The Plaza Mayor, located in the heart of the archaeological park of Tikal, stands out from all the other temples and sites. The square is framed by the so-called Temple 1, also named Temple of the Gran Jaguar, and Temple 2, or Temple of the Masks, as well as by the northern and the central Acropolis. In Petén, you can also find the archaeological site Huachatún, considered one of the oldest cities of the Mayan Empire, that dated back to the pre-classical and classical periods. There is too El Mirador, with the biggest structure of a temple ever built by ancient civilizations in the world. Altiplano and the living Mayan culture. The Guatemalan Altiplano, natural diversity and richness in fauna and flora that makes it one of the most popular destinations in the country. Here, you can keep looking at the heritage of the living Mayan culture, full of color, in such amazing textiles handmade by the modern Mayan people of Guatemala. All over the country, but mostly at the local market of Chichicastenango, 3 hours from Guatemala City, which was awarded internationally for the colorful view, full of culture that mixes perfectly traditional dances with joy and color. Here, you can also find, according to National Geographic, the most beautiful lake in the world, Atitlan, located at 1,600 meters above sea level and 18 kilometers surrounded by volcanoes, and at the lakeshore, you can find small towns, making it a majestic, beautiful landscape. Izabal, a green Caribbean. With all its cultural diversity, one should never forget that Guatemala is also a Caribbean country. The northeastern coastal province of Izabal, with its capital Puerto Barrios, The nature you can find here is mostly by the river Rio Dulce, that has been a natural reserve since 1955. The river covers a distance of almost 43 kilometers, having a spectacular beauty and offering a wide variety of jungle, mangroves, and watercourses, a rich biotope for different animals and plants as well. And Lake Izabal, the largest lake in the country that spreads across a surface of 590 square kilometers. Here you can find the Fort San Felipe de Lara, built by the Spaniards in the 17th century to defend the strategically important waterways against threats from the Caribbean Sea targeted by pirates. Quiriguá is an ancient Mayan archaeological site that includes unusually large stelae elaborately carved from single blocks of red sandstone brought from quarries 3 miles away, making it an amazing place to see the work of art from the Mayan civilization. In Izabal, you'll be welcomed by the Garifuna people with traditional dances with rhythm and sounds very powerful that invite you to be a part of their choreography. Las Verapaces, Natural Paradise. The morphology and geography of this region make it a dream destination for adventurers who want to be immersed in the untouched nature. Grottos and caves are usual here, where you can explore rock formations and eroded structures. Be amazed with a natural bridge made of water that flows between 2 mountains called Semuc Champey, with a length of over 300 meters flowing through the river Gabon. 7 pools with a depth of 1 to 3 meters have formed in this way. Las Verapaces, having amazing sights of waterfalls and natural gardens with amazing flowers that can only be found in this location. Oriente, mystical and natural. The region of Oriente is located in a warm climate zone and is characterized by the contrast of its regions with dense jungles, lakes, and waterfalls, as well as one of the most important Catholic pilgrimage destinations. The Central American capital of faith with the Basilica of Esquipulas, a Baroque building from the 18th century. Pacifico, magical and diverse. With its volcano beaches, the Pacific coast is an exceptional seaside location. Strictly protected sea turtles and other animals live here, and here you can also see humpback whales from December to April. This Pacific region is one of the best fishing areas for the sailfish, and the second best in the world for this sport. You can also hike the Pacaya volcano and see the active crater to feel the earth alive. But if you prefer amusement parks, Chocomil and Chetulul are the places to visit. They have been awarded among the best parks in the world as a place to have fun, joy, and laughter in creative thematic places. Visited by thousands of tourists, Guatemala has a variety of activities, such as golf, rafting, cycling, horseback riding, sport fishing, surfing, diving, extreme sports, and motorcycling, including shopping malls, markets, handcraft stores, and prestigious boutiques as an excellent alternative for visitors, where they can buy colorful handmade textiles, silver and jade jewelry, prestigious brand clothing, and accessories. There are also museums, nightlife, and restaurants for all preferences and budgets in Guatemala. You will be able to find those of international and national specialties. In Guatemala, you'll be able to enjoy the delicious gastronomical blend between Spanish and Guatemalan traditional cooking. You can never be bored here. There is something new to explore, whether you like adventure, relaxation, beauty, culture, archaeology, or nature.
I hope you enjoyed the video. So welcome to Guatemala, heart of the Mayan world. We are located in Central America. Guatemala is one in our lives more than you thought. So let me tell you a little bit of some facts that you don't know about Guatemala, and you will see that Guatemala is closer than we thought. So Luis Van Ha a Guatemalan create the CAPTCHA and reCAPTCHA. I don't know if you notice when you will go into something and everything, there is some CAPTCHA, so that it's a Guatemalan, the one that invented. Another interesting fact is the marketing idea of the McDonald's Happy Meal that began in Guatemala. So you will see that Guatemala is more in our lives than we thought. The official language is Spanish, but there are 22 Mayan language, plus Xinca and Garifuna. The currency is the quetzal, that it's 7.7060 for $1. Some of the great things about Guatemala is the climate. It's around 22 Celsius during the whole year, and that is why it's known as the country of the eternal spring. So you will see that Guatemala have a perfect climate all year around. So the 30% of the territory of Guatemala is declared a protected area. In the country, there is a chain of volcanoes that give the country more than 60 microclimates that make the Guatemala one of the 19th megadiverse country. There are 4 active volcanoes out of the 37 volcanoes. You can find more than 720 bird species that will be endemic and migratory species. And something that you couldn't miss is the Lion Mayan culture. So Guatemala has 22 ethnic groups of Mayan that makes not just a history about the Maya. You can see their traditions, their costumes, their dances, and the daily way that they live. The 40% of the population is Mayan descendant. And something is that you will find living Mayan culture in every part of the country, but there is a region where you will appreciate it more. Guatemala has 2 international airports. The first one is La Aurora International Airport. This is located in Guatemala City. And the other one is called Mundo Maya Airport. That is in the north part of Guatemala at Petén. And most of the international flights will go to Guatemala City. But we start to having more in the north area from Mexico and different parts where you can go and have an area in the north part. What is the importance of the north part is that you will find Tikal, that it's a Mayan place that you need to visit in Guatemala. It's certainly, this is a place that you don't have to miss. And there are 5 aerodromes in the local that have local flights. Guatemala has 3 ports and 2 cruises terminal. One is Santo Tomás de Castilla. This is in the Atlantic Ocean. And the second one is Puerto Quetzal. This one is in the Pacific Ocean at the bottom part. And you will, in the bottom part, you will see the different cruises line that came to Guatemala. Guatemala is a small country. So it's a country that it's easy to travel from one place to another. And you will see, because of the chain of volcano, in 2 hours, you can travel from the city to the beach. And you will see a completely different change in the weather. You will see that going from the city, then go to a beach where it will be hot and everything. So you will see that our chain make us that in few hours, you will go one place to another and in different weather. So to travel north to south will take you around 15 hours drive. So you will see that it's not like a big country. So it's easy to go to every place in land connectivity. So there are 3 places of World Heritage from UNESCO. The first one, it's La Antigua Guatemala, the one that you will see in the left side. This is a cultural heritage as a colonial. This is a colonial city since 1979. This is a wonderful place full of history, a lot of museum and different activities to do around it. Spanish schools, adventure, nature. So there are different activities that you can do all over there. The one in the middle, this is Tikal National Park. This is a mixed World Heritage, culture and nature since 1979. This is the part that I mentioned that this is a lot of people came here for see this place. This is a magic place. So you will see a lot of Mayan structures in the middle of the jungle. This is a very nice place to walk. And a good thing about it is that if you go on it, you won't have phone signal. So you really go into the place. So this is a very nice place to visit. And the third one, it's Kiriwa. This is an archaeological park. This is a cultural heritage since 1981. And this is known as the city of contrails. You will see that in Guatemala, there are different experiences to do. And there are different areas, as you see in the video. There are different places to visit and like regions to go. So it's a country full of different activities to do. But there is not just that. There are a lot of products that you will find in Guatemala. One of the products is Guatemala gastronomy. I don't know if you really like the food, but something that I really enjoy going to a place is try new things, try new food, the way that the people cook. So something that you cannot miss in Guatemala in your visit is the Guatemalan gastronomy. We are a country multi-ethnic, so every ethnic has their own special gastronomy and they have their own main dish. So depending on the area of that you are, that will the main dish. So that is something nice because if you are in Guatemala City and then you go to Verapazes, you will see that the food will be different, their taste. So every place in Guatemala that you go, you will need to try their gastronomy. It's something different on it. So some of the gastronomy depend on some special dates. So the one that you see in the bottom right, this is this plate, it's called fiambre. And this is a special dish for the day of the death, that is the 1st of November. And you will just find it that day. So you will see that it's different all of it, and it's nice to try it. Another things that we have in Guatemala, it's weddings and destinations. So there are different places like La Antigua Guatemala, Petén, Lake Atitlan, that you can visit for weddings destination. But there are a lot more for honeymoons too. If you like to be in a special place and nature place for your honeymoon, Guatemala is the right place. Meetings and incentives. The places to organize meetings are Guatemala City and Antigua Guatemala. For incentives, we have a lot of places. Another activity that you can do is adventures. There are a lot of activities to do in Guatemala. The best part of that is that all of them that you will do will be in the nature. So like hike volcanoes, canopy, rafting, and all of it will be in real nature. So it's very nice because you have adventure and nature mixed together. Another activities that you can do in Guatemala, it's Spanish schools. This one, we have a unique system in Guatemala that is one-to-one, one teacher, one student, and you will find that in every Spanish school at the country. So it's very nice because that means that you can go as fast as you need or as slow as you need to learn about it. and there are very different places to go. And the good thing is that the teacher will go into like in, you can be going to different places in Guatemala and he will be teaching you. And another thing about it is that they have an option to do immersion culture. So you can live with a Guatemalan people while you're learning Spanish in Guatemala. So that makes that you learn about our culture and do a cultural immersion. At the same time, you can practice your Spanish. We are a cruise destination. We have different cruises line that came to Guatemala, and another activity is sports. One of the main one is the sport fishing, but we have marathons, runs and everything, activities that you can do. And the good thing is that we have a nice scenario to do all that sports. Another activity that you can do, it's volunteer. This is another option, and you will see that there are different activities to help the people, like medical, construction, social, volunteer for animals, different activities to do in different parts of the country. Another one is the health and wellness with international certification for cosmetic or surgery. We do have spas too, and you will see that there are some of them that are in the middle of the nature, so you can relax. The other one is bird watching with more than 720 endemics and migratory birds. The one that you see there in the picture is the hornet one. This is an endemic bird that you will just find in Mexico and in Guatemala. Guatemala, as Guatemala Tourism Board, we have a project that it's called Tourist Assistance. This one, it's all over the country. That is for help the persons. So there is a person that will help you if you have any problem, like if you lose your passport or anything that you need, they know how they can help you and they will be there for you 24/7. So a lot of the hotels, transportation, tour operators in Guatemala have the safe stamp. If you need it, like you will see it, we have this safe travels in some of our companies. So thank you for your attention. And I don't know if you have any question, please let me know.
Thank you, Karen, for that presentation. We do have some questions, and one of the questions is the connectivity from US. What is the best way to reach the country from New York or Los Angeles or Miami? I mean, it's people ask me about connections.
Okay. Yes, so this is a very nice question. Thank you. So from New York, from LA, and from Miami, we have direct flights. From the three of them, they have direct flights to Guatemala. So the connections are easy because there you can have a direct flight from them.
Another question that we have here is about the COVID update in the country. Do you have any information about COVID information update?
For right now, to come to Guatemala, you will need the vaccination. If you're already vaccinated, just with the car you can go in. If you are not vaccinated, you will need a negative test. It can be PCR or antigen.
If anyone have any question, just send me the question via chat. Meanwhile, I have another question right here. It's about to the medical as a medical destination. Can you explain me more exactly what is well known Guatemala and a medical destination? Have any specific major?
Yes, we have international certification. I will say that most of the people that come to Guatemala, they come for dentist. This is the main medical activity that they do, but we have like surgery too, and all of them have an international certification.
Okay, and you have anything else that you'd like to add to this presentation, Karen? I don't have any more questions at this moment. I believe the presentation has been very well, so we answered most of the questions. You have anything else you would like to add to the presentation, or anyone in the panel has any question to would like to ask to Karen?
No, I just
Karen?
want to say that thank you for this time, and for me it's another honor to present my country. I really love it, and I hope that you can really visit it and sell the country. This is something that you won't regret.
We just got a new question to say, for first-timer traveler, what the usual length of the stay? How many days you suggest for the first-timer?
Okay, so I will say if you want to know like the main destinations, will be around 10 days to visit like the main destination. I think will be a good time.
Also, we have one right now. It's about visa. What kind of visa for US? We don't need any kind of visa, don't we?
No, you don't need any kind of visa.
So we need just also the validation of the passport had to be just valid, or you need to require 180 days. Usually another country need it. Do we need the passport to be valid for 180 days before expiration, or just a valid passport? That's it.
You just need a valid passport.
Okay. Let me see. All right. So right now I don't have any more questions. Karen and Lourdes, thank you very much for this presentation today. We will send a copy to everybody has been registered to this presentation, so you can double check the information. So for now, I would like to say thank you to INGUAT, thank you Karen, thank you Lourdes, and to all the team from INGUAT in Guatemala. So for this finalize the presentation, Guatemala, the amazing destination. Thank you everybody for being here with us today. Thank you.